Welcome to the CEO update of all things MS, coming to you today from Payneham, where we restarted physiotherapy classes just in March of this year. Today we'll also talk to one of our clients about that experience and also our events manager to find out some of the things that have taken place and some of the things just around the corner. Plus, as we are approaching the end of this budget year, I will give you a full update on how we've done and some of the plans for the future. Well, Gail Szabo is with us today. Gail is the manager of our events area, covering South Australia and the Northern Territory. And you've been a little bit busy lately, Gail, World MS Day being just one of those things.
Yes, we certainly have. World MS Day was a great success. We had a presence in the Adelaide Central Markets and CBD there, as well as a few regional shopping centres there where Lachlan's team from Multiple Solutions came along and helped us. So we appreciate their support on that.
That's brilliant. And that's just one of a few things you've been doing, I believe.
Yes, that's for sure. We had Mighty Swim back in February, and I think the team's catching up on our sleep, being a 24-hour event. It was pretty full on, but a great success there.
And I think achieved more than last year's results.
Yes, it certainly did, and we hope to build on that for next year.
Well, congratulations to you. And if you look out over the next few months, you've got some good things lined up?
We do. We've got City to Bay coming up again, and Miss Muddy in November. So that's an inaugural event into South Australia. So hoping to get all those keen mud run female participants and their kids along to raise some necessary funds for MS.
And we need those funds because we have some very high ambitions for people with MS living in South Australia and the Northern Territory. So to you and your team, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Marcus.
And with me today is Steve Goodman, who was diagnosed just under 10 years ago. Steve, tell us about your journey with MS.
Forward and backward, left and right, and a bit round and round in between. It's one of those things that everybody with MS struggles with seeing which way it's going to go and seeing their family, friends, workplace colleagues trying to understand exactly what's involved, which we just don't.
And specifically, how does your MS affect you today?
Biggest physical problem I have is walking. It limits things like walking around shops, and balance with stairs. I'm very fortunate with my wife who manages to get that half a step ahead of me and give me one shoulder to put one hand on. As I say, I can do steps, it's just going to take a lot longer.
And you're involved in our physiotherapy classes here. Tell us about those.
They're a godsend, as straight out as that. It puts you into, and I guess I'd talk on behalf of what most people involved say, it gets you into a room doing exercises, learning of exercises that you can do from stretches to balance improvement. That definitely will help, but I think the biggest part for me is actually being in a room with other people that have MS and the little tidbits of information that get swapped around the room and seeing the laughs on everybody's face when you're not the only one in the room that can't sit cross-legged without falling over or one side to the other, and you see those shared laughs. It becomes a little bit easier in terms of understanding what we're actually facing.
So we've come to the end of our challenging year, and how have we done? Well, I'm delighted to say that we're back on track. In fact, our society will deliver a small net profit or surplus this year, and that really is a tremendous result. So my thanks go to our wonderful management and staff who really have achieved something superb in that regard. And also I'd like to acknowledge and thank our clients, people with MS, and our volunteers. And by delivering that result, we've been able to do two extra things. Firstly, we're rebuilding and growing many of our client services. And secondly, we've actually made a modest contribution to research. It's only modest at this stage, but with our ambitions for the future, we expect that just to grow from here. So until we meet next time, let's fight the good fight and let's stand up to MS.